All right, Truth Man here, and this may very well be the last video of the day. I told y'all we was going to talk about the Bible more. We're going to talk about the Proverbs 31 woman. The Proverbs 31 woman. I'm getting ready to break down who this woman is, and I'm going to tell you ahead of time, if you read this before, look, I would get married again if I caught a woman with even a little more than half of these traits that he talked about, because most women ain't even got 25% of these traits, man. Let's just be honest about it, man. You know, they not the Proverb 31 woman, especially in the church. For you to, a lot of time, that Proverbs 31 woman, you got to be that from the start and just kind of consistently run that race. But when I stop, I'm going to read it and I'm going to break it down, and then I'm going to go. I'm taking a little couple minutes break to do this video. Make sure y'all watching these videos. Make sure y'all sharing these videos. Hit the like button. Everybody. Every single one of y'all, hit the like or dislike. If you don't like it, hit the dislike so that other people will be recommended to this video, because this is very important. All these women want to be married, but most of them are 304s, or they want to be. And a lot of women, the highest percentage of women are easy, but they sneaky with it. Like, don't nobody know they easy because they getting pumped and dumped behind the scenes. They got guys, they going out on dates with guys and they getting pumped and dumped. They going over his house, sucking him off, having all type of wild sex, and then he send them on their way. That's the majority. Because he's like, if I got her this easy, is other guys getting her this easy? Guys like a Proverbs 31, even guys that's not in the Bible, want a Proverbs 31 woman. They don't want the woman that's just a little easy and everything is every guy she was with fought, but she's easy though. She's easy. So I'm just getting you kind of warmed up. I'm like going straight ahead. When I get up here, I'm going to break it down for you. And I'm going to read the whole chapter. And I'm going to give my commentary on it. We often talk, again, I'll say this again and again and again. I'm not against marriage. I'm against bad marriage. I'm against women who try to rule over men. That's not the biblical marriage. The biblical marriage is women who try to submit to men. That's the biblical marriage. So I'm going to break this down for you as soon as I stop. I've never had a Proverbs 31 woman. If I ever had a Proverbs 31 woman, trust me, I would still be with that Proverbs 31 woman. So every woman, narcissists think they Proverbs 31. But let's break this down. Shall we break this down? What, my son? It says, the words of King Lemuel, the pronouncement which his mother taught him. What, my son, and what son of my womb, and what son of my vows? Do not give your strength to women. Look at this. This is one of the most overlooked chapters in the Bible. Do not give your strength to women. What is he saying? Don't let a woman emasculate you. Or your ways to that which destroys kings. It is not for kings, Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, or for rulers to desire intoxicating drink. Otherwise they drink and forget what is decreed, and pervert the rights of all the needy. Give intoxicating drink to the one who is perishing, and wine to one whose life is bitter. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his trouble no more. Open your mouth for the people who cannot speak, for the rights of all the unfortunate. Open your mouth, judge righteously, and defend the rights of the poor and needy. Verse 10. The footnote is description of a worthy woman. Verse 10. An excellent wife, who can find her? For her worth is far above jewels. The heart of her husband trusts in her. So, a woman that is an excellent wife, she's going to gain her husband's trust. That's why 1 Peter 3 says, let him be won without a word by the behavior of his wife. A wife with good behavior is an excellent wife. That's what he's talking about. It says, the heart of her husband trusts in her. And he will have, what? Oh my goodness. Ain't this what I be telling y'all? Look at verse 11. The second part. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. So, an excellent wife is going to cause the universe to move in that household's favor. She does him good and not evil all the days of her life. Meaning, ain't going to be no divorce with no excellent wife. She not going to file, and you ain't either. The excellent wife. So all the days of her life, she does him good and not evil. Withholding sex is evil. Calling a man names is evil. She does him good and not evil. Who? The excellent wife. We ain't talking about the bad wife. All the days of her life, she looks for wool and linen and works with her hands in delight. So she not lazy. She doing some type of work. She is like merchant ships. She brings her food from afar. And she rises while it's still night and gives food to her household and portions to her attendants. In other words, she ain't always buying DoorDash. She cooking sometime. That's what this is saying. She considers a field and buys it. From her earnings, she making money, y'all. She plants a vineyard. See, Jezebel stole a vineyard, but the excellent wife buys it. There's a difference. She surrounds her waist with strength and makes her arms strong. Meaning she's fit, y'all. She fit. She not gonna just be a fat broad or a skinny broad with a big mouth. So it's saying the excellent wife is also fit. It says she senses that her prophet is good. Her lamp does not go out at night, meaning she ain't gonna stop her light from shining for anything or anyone. Now, she ain't gonna put her faith on the shelf for anything or anyone. Verse 19, she stretches out her hands to the distaff, and her hands grasp the spindle. She extends her hand to the poor, and she stretches out her hands to the needy, meaning she got something to give. She got something to give. She helping out. She is not afraid of the snow for her household. For her house, all her household are clothed with scarlet. She makes coverings for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. So she representing them. They're like, oh man, his wife ain't gonna do nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? So, he got a good wife. If I had a wife like that, that's how they was talking about her husband. She makes linen garments and sells them. Man, she flipping. Dude. So it's saying right here that the excellent wife, that little 100% paying 100%, that according to this, you're not going to be the virtuous woman. The virtuous woman is going to be doing her part. In fact, I've never seen that in it, and that causes problems, man. I'm gonna tell you, like, if you better be with I'm telling you, you better be with a forgiving, because if you hit rock bottom and you paying everything, you better be with a compassionate, faithful, loyal, respectful chick, or she gonna kick you while you down, man. I'm telling you. And supplies belts to the tradesmen. Strength and dignity are her clothing. And she smiles at the future. She smiles at the future. She ain't worried about the future. She ain't worried about the future. She know the Most High got her back. She getting her money. She moving, shaking. She taking care of her family. She ain't focused on. That's somebody that done gave up. Why are you focused on the future? You can't stop the mark of the beast. You can't stop none of this stuff. So why focus on it? You should be trying to have the best life you can right now. And that's how I say that she is. Strength and dignity are her clothing. She smiles at the future. She opens her mouth in wisdom. When she talks, it's wisdom. You got to take it seriously. And the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. She watches over all the activities of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. I'm telling y'all, man, this is crazy. Dude, it's basically saying that the virtuous woman is going to be making her money too. She gonna be making her money too. She ain't gonna kick you to the curb and then try to make money. She gonna try to make money to help you. She not gonna, all of a sudden, she's not attracted to you no more because you struggle financially. Not this woman right here. No, not this one. Her children rise up and bless her, her husband also, and he praises her, saying, many daughters have done nobly, but you excel them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Most High, she shall be praised. Give her the product of her hands, and let her works praise her in the gates. So, this goes line upon line with what he said in 1 Peter chapter 3. In 1 Peter chapter 3, it talked about this as well, the conduct of this type of woman. It says that this the way the holy women, see, everybody claiming that. You go to a Church of God in Christ church, they coming up every Sunday talking that stuff. But I want to know, what do your husband believe? How you treat your husband? That's what I want to know. That is important. And it's showing you right here in this Proverbs 31. The Proverbs 31 woman. Notice how much is said about her ambition. This is unreal, man. This is unreal. Now, how many of y'all can say that you have this? And stop lying. Stop lying. If your wife you ever caught her texting another dude in that way, she's not here. Because go back up. Look what he said. The heart of her husband trusts in her. She does him good and not evil. Meaning, she ain't going to be all up in dudes' faces. He ain't going to have sex with her one night and she a little looser because she done mess with somebody else. Not this woman. Maybe some of y'all women. She ain't going to stay out all night with dudes in her ear, then come try to have sex with you, half drunk. No, This is really something. That's why I say, see, the Bible's definition of a wife and the United States of America definition of a wife is two different things. And that's no wonder why the Most High only permitted men to file divorce, because he knew and he understood that what a wife is supposed to be. She does him good and not evil all the days of her life. She ain't gonna tell her husband something she caused that she wants a divorce. Not this kind of woman. She not gonna, according to this, she not gonna provoke her husband. But I just wanted to talk about that, y'all. Y'all hear all that work on this phone. I gotta get going. Thanks for watching. And this is in general. If you get hit, then doggone it, do better.